Welcome back to The Explainer. So glad you're here. We're diving straight in today because we're tackling something pretty much all of us have to face eventually: government bureaucracy. Specifically, we're talking about how to get your hands on a Louisiana birth certificate online. We're going to strip away all the guesswork using our trusted source materials, so you can get that vital document fast and totally headache-free. Let's do this.
Look, we've all been there, right? You're packing for a big international trip, or maybe you're getting ready to enroll your kid in a new school, or finally getting around to getting that real ID. You confidently open your filing cabinet and nothing. Zilch. It's just gone. That sinking feeling of realizing you're missing a crucial piece of paper right before a major life event? It's incredibly stressful. But hey, don't panic. Today's explainer is all about turning that stress into a super simple, actionable plan.
All right, here's our roadmap for today. We'll cover why you need it, who can actually order one, gathering your required ID, the online ordering process itself, costs and processing times, and finally some alternatives and pro tips.
Section 1. Why you need it.
So there's actually a pretty crucial distinction between a long form and a short form birth certificate. A long form, which you might also hear called the full or certified copy, is a complete reproduction of the original record. It's got your full legal name, date, and place of birth, and, this is the kicker, your parents' names. This is the heavy hitter you absolutely need for passports, real IDs, dual citizenship, or immigration. Now, the short form, on the other hand, is basically just an informational abstract. It leaves out the parents' info completely. Sure, it might work for signing up for a local sports league, but it's almost always going to be rejected for federal or travel stuff. So, bottom line, when you're ordering online, always default to the long form so you're totally covered for any legal situation that pops up.
Section 2. Who can order one?
Now, Louisiana actually takes privacy really seriously. Did you know birth records there aren't even public for the first 100 years? Crazy, right? So who is actually in the clear to get one? First and foremost, the registrant. That's you, the person actually named on the certificate. Beyond that, immediate family members have the green light. This includes your current legal spouse, your parents, your siblings, grandparents, and your adult children or grandchildren. So if you fall into one of those buckets, you are legally good to go.
But what if you aren't immediate family? Well, let's look at a couple of special cases. If you're a legal guardian, you can't just say, hey, I'm the guardian. You actually have to provide a formal judgment of custody. A provisional custody document from a notary just won't cut it here. And if you're not family at all, but you're ordering on someone else's behalf, you need a very specific letter of authorization naming you, detailing all the registrant's info, and, listen to this part, you absolutely must include a copy of the entitled individual's state driver's license or ID. Like we said, the state really does not mess around with identity protection.
Section 3. Gathering your required ID. Building on those strict security measures, you basically have two paths here. Path A, you need one primary ID. Think your standard, current U.S. driver's license, a state ID, military ID, or a passport. Pretty straightforward, right? But hey, maybe you just lost your wallet. In that case, you take path B, two secondary IDs. This could be something like a W-2 form from the last 2 years, paired up with an original signed Social Security card where the numbers actually match, or maybe a vehicle title and a payroll stub. The main takeaway here, just make sure you have these physical documents in hand, ready to scan or snap a photo of before you even start the online process.
Section 4. The online ordering process.
When it comes to ordering online, the Louisiana Department of Health officially points applicants toward VitalCheck, though there are other approved third-party aggregators out there too. And honestly, the whole process is incredibly streamlined. Step 1, you just fill out their guided online app with your basic details. Step 2, securely upload those photos or scans of the IDs we were just talking about. And Step 3, process the payment. Seriously, the whole shebang takes maybe 5 minutes. You get to completely skip those soul-crushing DMV-style waiting lines, and there's absolutely no hunting around for a printer or a stamp.
So why use an online service instead of just mailing it in the old-fashioned way? Well, first off, you get 24-hour access, meaning you can literally do this in your pajamas at 2 a.m. on a Sunday if you want to. But the absolute biggest benefit is the built-in verification and error checking. Believe it or not, incomplete applications, silly typos, or missing documents are the #1 reason state offices reject requests and end up delaying your document for weeks. These online portals are designed to catch those little errors before your application ever even reaches the Louisiana Department of Health. Some of them even offer built-in online notarization, just in case your specific situation ever requires it.
Section 5. Costs and processing times.
Let's talk numbers. First, the baseline. The state fee charged by the Louisiana Vital Records Registry is a flat $15 per certified birth certificate. And if you're smart and want a few extra copies to stash in a safe for later, each additional one is also exactly $15 each.
But here is where a little bit of strategy comes into play. If you mail this in yourself directly to the state, sure, you're only paying the $15 fee plus maybe 50 cents for a stamp. But standard state processing can take a grueling 8 to 10 weeks right now because of massive backlogs. 8 to 10 weeks! Now, if you use an online service, you are going to pay an additional filing fee, usually starting around $29 plus the state fees. But for that extra cash, they review your application within 24 hours and securely submit it, which brings your estimated delivery time all the way down to just 2 to 3 weeks. If you're frantically trying to get a passport for a trip that's coming up fast, saving 2 months of waiting is honestly well worth that extra processing fee.
Section 6. Alternatives and Pro Tips.
Okay, but what if you're local and you literally need this document today? Well, you can absolutely visit the Louisiana Department of Health Office of Public Health at 1450 Poydras Street in New Orleans, or even check with participating parish clerks of court in your specific area, like up in Baton Rouge. In-person requests are often fulfilled the very same day, or you can always go totally old school, print out VR Form S1, go grab a check or money order and mail your packet to P.O. Box 60630 in New Orleans. Just a quick word of advice, though. Be sure to purchase mail tracking so you actually know it arrives safely.
Now, I've got a massive pro tip for you that should save you a ton of confusion. Unlike some other states that love making you jump through endless legal hoops, the Louisiana Department of Health generally does not require you to notarize your application for a certified birth certificate. That is a huge relief. It saves you an annoying trip to the bank or a notary, which honestly makes the whole online or mail-in process just so much smoother.
Now, I do need to drop a quick professional disclaimer here before we wrap things up. Please remember that services like Vital Records Online or VitalCheck are privately owned third-party vendors. Yes, they are fantastic, officially approved facilitators, but they are not the government themselves. And as we all know, government rules, fees, and processing times can and definitely do change. So always make sure to use the official Louisiana Department of Health website as your absolute final source of truth to periodically verify current regulations.
And there you have it. You now know exactly why you need that long-form certificate, who is legally authorized to get it, the exact IDs you need to gather up, and exactly how to bypass that brutal 10-week backlog by utilizing streamlined online services. So I've got to ask, are you ready to finally stop stressing about missing documents, conquer the bureaucracy once and for all, and confidently secure your birth certificate today? I really hope this explainer gave you exactly the practical tools you need to get it done. Thanks so much for learning with me today, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.